What's going on, folks? Welcome back to another episode of Age of Empires Mobile. All right. I'm so glad you guys came back for another episode. I know you guys looked at the last episode and I seen you guys, pretty much liked it, so I figured I'd make another one. All right, so we're going to talk about a couple different things that not a lot of people talk about in the game. Now, I might not have the credibility like everybody else has. I only have 669,126 power, but I've been playing the game for a couple days, maybe about a solid week or so. So I kind of like look at things a little differently. So what I would definitely say for people is make sure you guys, of course, as always, join an alliance. But if you guys join an alliance and it's one that you want to be in there for a while, not just join a regular alliance and then do this, but you're gonna make sure you guys port close to your alliance. Okay. The reason why I'm saying you guys need to port close to your alliance, for one, because you can be protected a lot easier if you guys are getting rallied by an enemy or things like that. Your alliance, if they're active enough and they're online, they can pretty much reinforce you or whatever the case might be. One of the two, another thing that I would say that because if you want to make sure you're close to your alliance hive is that if there's rallies going on. Now, the past I'm gonna say 2 days, man, yesterday and today, I've done rallies and I do them at different times of the day. So I guess the people that were active in my alliance were pretty much gone. They were asleep or whatever the case might be, not playing the game. But there are people that just join and they're new, which I have no problem. But they're like 40 minutes out and they're joining my rallies. And I'm like, that's cool. But usually they're the only one. If they were not the only one in the rally, I would have dropped them off the rally off the bat. But make sure you guys port to the hive. It's very important if you guys join these kind of games. This is a war game, right, my friends. It's not just build your base, have fun, skip some rocks in the water or anything like that. This is an actual war game. Okay? So as all these little things that you guys are doing, these little small minor tweaks and things that you're doing in the game is going to prepare you guys for war. And that's overall, from what I'm seeing right now, in my opinion, that's the way the game's going to go. War. Right now we're in the preparation stages. All right, so everybody's on the even playing field. Of course you got spenders, but it is what it is, guys. That's not going to change much. All right. All right, so one thing I can probably say for you guys is, of course, always make troops. Be making troops at all times. Okay, no matter if it's tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, whatever one you have unlocked, just make them. Now, I don't know if I said it in the last video, but whenever you go to your training, matter of fact, let me go in there real quick, see if I can do it. Let's go do training. Now, right now, I'm going to show you guys researches, but that's going to be another thing we're going to talk about. I'm researching the skilled swordsman right now, so we're going to get that unlocked sometime in the next hour or so, a couple hours. Make sure I don't know if you, well, I don't know. I know most games, the way they act in other games, if you have like the higher tier troop, you want to always make that tier troop, of course. Now, when it comes to upgrading your lower tier troops, I would say if you're in war or you're in some sort of a combat and you lose the troops, or you lose, let's say you have tier 3, tier 2, and tier 1 troops all in your same lineup, okay? And you're fighting an enemy and you lose a lot of your troops. Now, the other games, the way it works in those games is what's going to happen is the lower tier troops are going to be the ones that die first. Okay, you're going to lose those ones off the bat because they're not as strong. Okay, you're going to lose those ones, and you're going to pretty much use those as a buffer for your higher level troops. If that makes sense for you guys. So honestly, you would just keep on. You could go ahead. I did mine. I went ahead and upgraded mine, my tier 1s, all of them to tier 2, and it made sense. It took me a couple of days to do that because I didn't want to do it with like spending or anything like that. But I did it. It took about 3, maybe 4 days to get them all done. I don't know because I made a whole bunch of tier 1 troops. But like I was saying, guys, you want to make sure that you make the highest tier troop you have, and then eventually, when you have some kind of wiggle room, upgrade those lower tier troops. Because right now, like I said, we're going to be unlocking the tier 3 troops. So I would have had a whole bunch of tier 1 troops, and then I had a whole bunch of tier 2 troops just sitting in there, which is it's fine. It's not a problem. Like I said, if you're going to go to war, I don't know because I haven't really attacked anybody like that big deal on this one. I attacked maybe like 1 or 2 people and that's about it. But I didn't lose anything. So like I said, other games, the lower tier troops will be the ones that die first. Okay. Now, also that's what you want to do too. And I kind of referenced that as the game I used to play called King of Avalon or Guns of Glory. And that's exactly how it worked in that game. Okay. So yeah. And it's a lot cheaper on resources to make those tier 1 troops. So I'm not gonna cancel it out and say you should never have your lower tier troops in your formations at all. I'm not gonna say that. You should have them if you have them available. But if you got to the point where I am, where I had plenty of time to, cipher out those tier 1s, because I will get some more tier 1s. They give them to you for free for some things that you might do in like some of these some of these events, they may give you something. You might, unlock something and get it for free. All right. Oh, we gotta get Tribihana. All right. So also definitely make sure you guys check in the event center. This game, they changed the event center tremendously. All right. So we already unlocked Hannibal, but I want to get more tokens of them, of course. But I'm over here trying to collect all these heroes as much as I can. I have almost all of them. All right. So we have Tribhuana right now. So we're ready to unlock her. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my little spins. And I use my little coins. People say look at, we unlocked her. Perfect. You can't beat that, guys. I already got another legendary hero off the bat for free. Free spin. Okay, so that's cool. Got her. And we got almost all the heroes in the game, guys. Well, it's gonna be a little weird. It's gonna look like I don't, but for the most part, I got pretty much all the heroes unlocked. Okay. You're gonna get the legendary heroes. Okay, you're gonna get them for free. You don't have to spend on all of them. Some of them you can. Certain ones you don't have to. We just, like I said, we just got Tribhuana, and I want to definitely use her for one of my lineups that I have planned right now. So that works out really well. Okay. Now, when it comes to making your lineups, my friends, you have to make sure you keep the military specialties the same. If you look at this little spot right here, the little lion, and between Miyamoto and Josephine, they're the same. So they're going to have that little synergy. So they're going to get those troop bonuses. And I don't want to really, it's not really a hero video, but this is to kind of educate you guys like off the bat. So some of you guys might have missed that. You guys might have been playing for a week and you might have missed that. I didn't know that I didn't know this probably until like day 4. I was just making lineups and I was like, oh, okay, cool. Swordsman. Let me put my swordsman together. Let me put my archers together. But I didn't realize that the military specialty was important too. Okay. Now, that's another thing that I'm going to definitely look forward to when I start making my next lineups coming up right now. All right, so like I said, we do have almost all of them unlocked. We just got Tribhuana, which I'm happy about. So like I said, I'm definitely going to make a new one right there. All right. Now, one thing that nobody ever talks about is the elite ones, these purple ones. Nobody ever talks about these guys. You're going to get them for free. Now, in conjunction with what I just told you guys as far as the military specialty, sometimes you're going to have some gaps, okay? And that's where these elite soldiers or these elite heroes, they're going to come into play. They're going to help you with those, fill in the gaps, because you want those troop bonuses. Of course, you want to make sure you have your legendary heroes because they're the strongest ones. But if you don't want to really mix a lot of your heroes, your lineups up like I did on this one, I'm going to show you what I did. And it's not really weak, but it's not as strong as it could be. Now, as far as troop bonuses go, I'm only getting 30% with this one. So let me find somebody that can replace Lee Sun Shin right now, because I want to keep Mulan in there because she's really, really strong. But let me look real fast. All right, so I found Wu Wei. Wu Wei has the same exact military specialty as Mulan. I mean, I didn't get much troop bonuses off of this one. All right, so we got to definitely level him up a little bit. I think that's when we're going to start getting. I don't want to put two. Actually, I can, because it doesn't cost much to level these guys up because we're not using those resources anyway. I take that back. It does use the same tomes. But when it comes to leveling up their stars, it's going to be, well, I don't really want to say it that way. But anyway, you want to make sure you have the military bonus. Let me just say it like that. You want to make sure you have your military bonuses the same because you want to make sure that synergy works out hand in hand. The next really important building I think that you would have, my friends, is your research, like your university. You will definitely make sure you're doing your researches. Now, I know for a fact in my last video, I told you guys, definitely in the beginning, make sure you guys focus on economy because that's what you have to, I would say you have to do that. It's a war game, of course. You can want to focus on military, but definitely if you don't have resources, then you're not going to have a military, basically. You're not going to have a base. So you want to make sure that you 100% start putting some points into the economy, like the food gathering, the troop load, but you want to put the minimum in there. I think the minimum I would have to do is 3 out of 5 in each category to move on to the next tier. So once you move to that next tier, then you put 3 of 5 in those, and then you keep on moving from there. Okay, and that's what I would do when it comes to all these things like the production and stone gathering, gold mines, and things like that. Just do 3 out of 5, and then you're good to go. Now, what I had to start doing is going back into my researches here and go back into military. Now, because the reason why is because of this little, it says research deployable troops 1, and that's part of my quest here. So I would have to go way over here. Where's that at? Oh, deployable troops is right here. So what I have to do is put 3, which we're researching this one right now. So I got to do 3 out of 5 here, 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 and here. And then I'll be able to put some points into deployable troops. All right, so what that's going to do is going to give me an extra level, and it's going to give me a deployable troop level, so I can have 4 lineups, or no, not lineups. That's lineups. It's going to give me an extra lineup, so I'll have 4 totally. Now, all right. So the next thing I'm definitely recommending for you guys, of course, you want to make sure you guys get to that town center 17 as fast as possible, but as slow as possible at the same time, because what's going to happen, you can level up all the same buildings that as prerequisites. Like, let's say that you want to upgrade your town center, and I want to upgrade this. I'm going to tell you what you need to upgrade, first before you can get to that. So those are the prerequisites. So it's saying I need to get the wall to 15 and get my hospital 15. I'm pretty sure there's something else I got to do too. We just hit 15. So it's going to tell me that I need to do this, this, and that before I can get this, this, and this. Okay. So once we get to 17, of course, we're going to get that extra, the troop march. Was it troop march? Or we're going to be able to put three heroes in one march. That's what I was trying to say. Okay. Once we do that research for the other one, we'll be able to get an extra march. So this 4th march is going to unlock the deployable troops. So that's what I was trying to say earlier. So I corrected myself on that one. So we'll be able to do that. But that's what we're looking for, guys. We're looking to get 3 heroes inside your march. That way you can really play around with the synergy with all of your heroes. Okay. Just go ahead and get as many as you can unlocked. If you have to use the purple ones, it's 100% fine. I wouldn't put a whole bunch of emphasis on those guys. I would just pretty much just have them in there. I wouldn't level them up. I would just put them in there just to do whatever you have to do, because in a day or two or whatever, a couple hours, you don't know. You might get that free legendary hero, which I'm going to show you guys. I only have a couple more to go that we didn't get. We have all these other ones here, but we have to get not very many more. I mean, it's a lot, but it's not that much. Let me scroll through here. These are the ones I don't have unlocked yet. So, of course, we're going to be a long time before we get that King Arthur. I think you have to spend a lot to get him, I think. I'm not sure. These are the ones we have shards for these guys, but they're not, they can be I can get this guy today. I can get Frederick today. Definitely want to try him out in the lineup. Definitely want to get Guan Yu. Want to get him too. Nobunaga. And hey, I might even throw this guy in. Maybe not. I don't know. But I really want to get Julius Caesar also. And those are the ones I need to unlock as far as legendaries goes. So we pretty much have almost every one of them that we need to make successful lineups that I really want to do. But that's pretty much it. So I figure sometime within the next day or two, I will have Town Center level 17. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use my speed ups, all my resources and things like that. And also make sure that if you guys are going in your bags and you guys see all these resources that are sitting here, like the wood sitting here, the food sitting here, the iron or the stone is sitting here, and the gold sitting here, just leave those sitting there. Yeah, all these little resources in the box, let those sit there. Because one good thing about this, whenever you guys are upgrading some things, I'm going to show you guys real fast. Because this is how you do it. You just don't waste those resources. Because what happens if you get attacked, everything you see up on the top row right here, those are what's going to get stolen. Maybe not every last one of those pieces, but a good chunk of those things will get stolen. So if you open up all those boxes, use all those resources inside of your inventory, those will be stolen too. So you'll make sure they stay exactly where they're at until you're ready to use those things. Now, when it comes to leveling up my things here, let me see what we got to level up next. Of course, it's going to tell me to do the guard tower. We never have any resources for the guard tower. So let's say I want to upgrade probably this. The mill. So we do have enough resources for that. What don't we have enough resources for? Well, never mind on that. Sometimes you'll have like not enough resources and you click on it. It'll say, would you like to use blah, blah, blah. It'll pull those from those inventories that I was telling you about earlier. Okay. So I think my resources are kind of catching up a little bit because I'm leveling up some things. And then we're kind of like catching up a little bit as far as resources go, which is good because we have a lot of stone right now. Don't have a lot of wood, don't have a lot of food, and not a lot of gold. But we're working our way through here leaps and bounds, guys. I hope this did help some people out a little bit as far as like starting out, because you might have caught something on this video and say, yo, you know what? I didn't know that, And make sure you guys are doing your fishing too. I need to start doing my fishing as much as I can. I've been slack. I haven't done it on a computer, but I mastered it on my phone. So let's see if I can kind of like master it here. Nope. All right, there you go. You gotta make sure you hold this thing down long enough so you can throw that net where it needs to go. That's pretty much it. Make sure you do that fishing, guys. It's very important. It's not my favorite thing to do, Most games have fishing. I'm just like, wow, dude, I'm not gonna sit there and fish. But make sure you guys are doing that too. This is an aspect that you guys need as well. And then we'll go from there. But either way, guys, as always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys on the next one. Peace!